It is a World of Trucks contract. So I'm limited to 65, although right now I'm limited to 55 by the speed limit. And the ridiculously slow traffic. I didn't panic. Did you panic? Hi, I'm Patrick, and in this video I'm here in Lafayette, Louisiana, where I've just picked up a load of insulated panels headed down to DeRidder. And I have a new hanging ornament in my cab, so let's get started. Yeah, that's right. Cruising Louisiana finally finished. I give most of the credit to the fact that a large part of the player base was probably snowed in for the last week and a half. As I record this, well, it's still a lot of snow and ice on the ground over a week and a half later. Hopefully it melts eventually. Had to zoom in there with the background. Couldn't really tell if that light was green or not, but it was. But yeah, the community goal was finally reached, and the award was the what's it called? Golden South. It's the symbol that is most commonly recognized with Louisiana and New Orleans. Future Patrick will leave a note. Something else that has happened since yesterday's video, or something else that's happened since the day 11 video, is that I did drive across town over here to this truck stop, and I did maintenance on the truck. It needed a tire rotation and an oil change, some filters and stuff like that, and the trailer got the tires rotated and some lubrication work done. Now, while I was at it, I noticed that the tire wear is starting to show up. And I'm a little concerned that if I get pulled into a weigh station, the DOT inspectors might notice that, but I didn't get the tires changed just yet. But chances are probably by the end of this week I'll be doing that. Now, something else is I did forget to turn the route advisor on up at the top, and sometimes I do that, but as we all know, coming soon, that's just going to be a way of life, I guess. I did see the person who makes the root advisor, minimal root advisor mod, said that, well, it don't look like there's going to be an update for 1.58. And that's PTR1CK. I think PTR1CK, I think, is the name. I also mentioned that, well, you might be getting out of modding ATS completely. Now, that could be a problem because, well, the entire thing about this playthrough is based on PTR1CK's Realistic Economy mod. And, well, if there's not an update for 1.58, I may be having to go to one of the other Realistic Economy mods. Now, it's possible that it will still be compatible, but we'll just have to see. But obviously a lot of people are not happy with the direction that the root advisor is going. Now, personally, I'm not that upset, but some people are. Could be what you could call an overreaction. We still don't even know if the root advisor change will come in 1.58. I haven't seen or read or heard any commentary from SCS on that. So the time for overreacting is definitely now, because, I mean, if bad news was already here, it wouldn't be overreacting, it would just be reacting. That's supposed to be a joke. I'm sorry that you didn't laugh at my joke. Yeah. Might as well go ahead and turn the top root advisor bar on and take a look at the job. 33,000 pounds. Only getting $532 for this job. But it was only an $80, it was only an 80-mile job. So I thought it would be a good job to get started on the day with. It is a World of Trucks contract, so I'm limited to 65, although right now I'm limited to 55 by the speed limit, and the ridiculously slow traffic I didn't panic. Did you panic? Yeah. Zero damage. Yeah. Anyway, well, the traffic sped on by. Mm, my ability to avoid crashing into the back of that car amazes me. Well, here we are in DeRidder. Yeah, that was one of those times where you turn the radio off and drive for a little while in silence. Seeing the bus over there makes me wonder if they're going to try to bring coaches to ATS. Yeah, road trips to ATS too. I kind of doubt it, though, because that would mean working with a whole new set of companies. Because I'm pretty sure American buses are made by different companies from European buses. I don't think Scania or MAN make American buses. I may be wrong. Oh, look. The AI car stopped at the white line instead of stopping on the railroad track. You know, I'm looking around. There's a lot of buses parked around here. Oh, I missed my opportunity to install the spooky horn. Oh well. There is a service center up ahead, though. No. I already spent $125 on the yellow thing there, and another $200 in maintenance. You know, I was kind of surprised by the only having to pay $200 in maintenance, because I expected quite a bit more of a share of the bill, but apparently, okay, here comes some creative storytelling. The ATS Bank set me up with some really good insurance that's basically operating as a charity to people who are truck drivers without CDLs, but don't let the bank know that they're truck drivers without CDLs. And basically, I had a $200 copay on the truck maintenance bill. So, yeah, that was nice. Okay, now this is the old deep submergence vehicle factory, and I generally hate where they tell me to park. And with this trailer, it's going to be even more difficult. Oh wait, this isn't one of the usual places though. So let's see where they want me to park. And this layout has a lot of room to turn around, so this isn't like some of those other places. Something that I've noticed that I have trouble sometimes seeing the white lines in the mirror. I can kind of make it out back there. I'm a little off. And back this thing up to the loading dock, and they'll be able to put down a dock plate and get the forklift and get these things off this trailer. So let's see what we get. All right, well, that wasn't much experience or money, so I'll go find another job. All right, well, I didn't have to go very far to find a job. They're sending me up to Alexandria with a load of roofing shingles. So let's get back on the road. And of course, I completely missed the opportunity to set Boudreaux the bear back there on the bed instead of the chair. No, well, oops. Sorry. But anyway, the nose just keeps on blocking my view. I don't know where that car is going. Traffic comes in, but it never comes out. No trains coming. Just the train sitting over across the room from me. I've actually made a few videos lately about that train. I did a short video when I first got it. Then I did a longer review video of the train set. Which was really just my initial review, and then I did a kind of a follow-up short video. But I'd heard kind of different stories about the quality of the Bachmann brand, quality of their products. I think what I finally determined from all the things I read and watched about them was that their modern quality is pretty good, but well, we'll see. And I know that the detail is not all that great. And I'm kind of surprised because that particular, the Santa Fe Super Chief was mostly known as a passenger line across the West, the western states. And yet it came with freight cargo and no passenger car. What I ended up doing was I bought a passenger car, and boy, that thing is it's long. It's twice the length of the freight cars that came with the train. It's twice as long as the locomotive itself, and it's really difficult to get it onto the rails. I mean, once it's on there, it stays okay, but I think what I should have got was also a 10-inch re-railer to put on a straight re-railer to put on there, or and what I'm planning on doing is one of the plastic re-railer handheld re-railers. Those things only cost about $3 or $4, so that should and I know from the reviews. I mean, can't imagine it not working. After watching some, well, not some, a bunch of videos, something that I've concluded is that it looks like in scale, because it's so small, is just a lot more difficult to get the cars on the rail to begin with. And I noticed a lot of commentary was that the older you get, the harder it is to do anything within scale because it's harder to see. I do have glasses, of course, but even with them, my close-up eyesight isn't that great sometimes. But recently learned that I can adjust the glasses down on my nose. Look like an old librarian. Not a librarian who is old, but a librarian from old times. Nah, never mind. I have no idea where I'm going. Looks like a little two-lane road through the swamp here. There's those birds yelling in the background. Got a greener tractor over there. Definitely not a tractor that runs like a deer or anything. I hope there's no police officers watching right there at the stop, or right there at the light. Yeah. It's like we got a school over here to the right with a lot of school buses. I always think it's funny that they put a raised concrete curb divider between lanes. How annoying. I always think it's funny that so many people in those Europeans react to things that they thought were just in the movies about America, but they always mention the yellow school buses. I mean, it's common knowledge that the double-decker red buses are all over London. If London can have those funny-looking double-decker buses, why can't we have our yellow school buses? Oh, there goes my loan payment. Sometime I probably ought to check and see how much I've got left on that loan. But I guess I could do the, do I have to do the math? I don't want to do the math in my head. Well, 2 weeks, and was what? Well, no. How many days are we actually? Because also made loan payments on weekends. So this is day 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 loan payments. 10 would have been 9,000. 5 would have been 4,500 more, so that would have been 13,500. Then add another 900 to that, and you get 15,400, maybe 15. I don't know. Should be down to what, 135,000 left on the loan. Seems like that I've been through here recently. I remember seeing that, but that must have been the other profile, because the road's still gray here. I've forgotten how many loan payments in total the SCS Bank is making me pay, but made progress, and well, more creative storytelling. Yeah, the bank is still happy. The bank manager is not reporting me to anybody yet. He told me as long as I continue making the payments, they will not repossess the truck. Although don't feel like I'm making money this week. I mean, after that loan payment, I'm back down to 3,400 in the bank. I just don't feel like I'm going up in balance like I was. There is a jet plane taking off right there. That's interesting. Hey, that was good timing on the light turning green there. I'm kind of hoping that I'll be able to find another job up here that'll help me increase the bank account. Starting to think the first week when I was doing multiple short jobs was actually the better strategy, because I was just mostly staying around New Orleans a lot, but I was making a lot of money. And now I've been, well, a few days now, I've done one or two jobs that paid out pretty good, but it just doesn't feel like it's building up like it was. And that could just be my imagination. But we're over here now, and I'm going to pull in here and see where they want me to park. All right. Well, the good news is if I hit one of their trailers, they'll think I'm one of them. The bad news is they'll still take it out of my pay, so probably should try not to hit one of their trailers. And instead, I'll show them how you're supposed to back a trailer. And once again, I'm pulling this trailer, or backing this trailer, up to a loading dock where they can put the dock plate down and unload with a forklift. Get as close to the dock as I can without hitting it, and let's see what we get. All right, another $557, so doing pretty good today, but one more job. All right, well, still here and picked up a load of almond boxes, headed over to Baton Rouge. So let's get them over there. This job is, I think, paying a little over $650. Not quite 700, but between 6 and 700. Yeah. So, yeah, back to several smaller jobs making, you know, I was doing several small jobs for like $300-400. Now I'm doing 3 jobs for $500 to $700. That'll eventually start adding up again. I wish there was a way in ATS like there is in Farming Simulator to make loan payments in addition to how much is automatically taken out. Of course, in Farming Simulator, for some reason, they only automatically take out the interest payments every month. But it would be nice if you could do that, and then in addition, it bring the total interest down over time. So, like, instead of making $906 a month or $906, hey, there's a rainbow up ahead. That's distracting. Instead of $906 a day, if I could pay $1,000 a day, and that reduced the amount of interest overall on the loan. But well, we use the system we have, not the system we want. But I'm guessing the rainbow is, are those in the base game weather? I'm not sure. This is possibly the result of the realistic brutal weather mod that I'm using. But that rainbow is persistent. And this is not a World of Trucks contract job, so I'm able to actually get up to the 75 mile an hour speed limit for the next few seconds before, of course, the speed limit does drop down to, what, 60, 50 miles an hour? We'll see. As far as fuel goes, looking pretty good. Fuel gauge is on 3/4 of a tank. I am a little concerned about the tire wear, but I don't remember being pulled into a weigh station, except for going into and out of Texas. And of course, there goes the speed down to 70. You'd think they'll notice I'm going 75 and a 70. Should I take the chance? I mean, it's less than 10% over. Well, the traffic ahead of me is slowing down, so I guess they're telling me that I should slow down too. Yeah, this is not one of those places where you have to get into a special lane to take a clover leaf. Put on the engine brake here. I looked it up, and I don't think Mac necessarily uses Jake brakes. Yeah, but they do use some kind of engine brake. Kind of thinking that Jake brake is a specific brand of engine brake. Kind of hoping the speed limit on this road would go back up to 75, but looks like it's only going to be 70, and going uphill I'm not really sure I'm even going to get there anyway. And also it's dropping to 60 already. I'll set it to 61 and hope that truck up ahead doesn't slow down in front of me too much. I guess they set the speed limit on this bridge, or a series of bridges, because they're afraid somebody might go 65 and fall off the side. That wouldn't be good. Especially when you have the wildlife squeaking and squawking like that. Those aren't birds making those sounds, those are the sounds of people who have fallen off the bridge. Okay, this time I gotta get over in the right lane. And I'll go ahead and turn the engine brake on. This is going to be kind of a sharp curve here. Not crossing the Mississippi, it looks like. Oh, I remember this place. Yeah, I've been down here before. Got a whole construction area over here to the right. It looks like it would be accessible, but there's no reason to go there. What is that? Port Allen Lock. Huh. Now, watch this. Route Advisor is totally off right now. And when I hit that trigger, it comes on to tell me that I need to press enter. That's not going to be happening if the current change in 1.58 happens. What is this thing? Looks like a scale, but why? when they tell you that model railroads are an expensive hobby, what they don't tell you is that the expense is in space. Let me see where to park, and I'll explain. Oh, it's way out in the middle of nowhere. That's a long drive just to get to the parking spot. But what I mean by that is, let's go to the end here. The price of the train and the tracks and the or the locomotive, the cars, they call it rolling stock, I think. The tracks, the equipment. Yeah, those things cost. And depending on, the quality, the detail, the brand, the specific models, can be really expensive, or it can be reasonably priced, which is definitely where I try to stay. But the real expense is in space, because like I have basically been able to, with the track I have, make sort of an oval. It's more of a rectangular oval shape. That's what I went for. And it just barely fits on 30 by 40 sheet of foam board that I was able to put it on. So, not really. Oh, how am I supposed to park here? Oh, I think I'll be able to pull over there to back in. Oh. And my reason for putting it on the foam board is it's sturdy enough that I'll be able to slide it behind the headboard of my bed for storage. And then you have to store the locomotive and the cars and all of that stuff. And just not an easy place to maneuver, but I've done it before. I'll do it again. If I had the money for the space, though, like if I had a room, you can fill a room easily. I've been watching these videos on YouTube of people who have these huge layouts that fill entire rooms, like bigger rooms than the living room in my house. But I don't have that much room, so I don't have that much layout. All right, let's see what we get. All right, so we made a little progress on the XP. $665 more in the bank. I think that gets me to over $4,600. So, well, tomorrow's Wednesday. So, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.